All right, today on Surviving Dado, we're going to be building on something that we did last time. I think it was actually our first episode. We were talking about types of survival fires. So this time, we're going to go in depth on one particular one that we talked about last time, and that is the rocket stove. Jack, were you the one that selected rocket stove as the one that you wanted to build?
No, I selected the Jenga stove.
Okay, Luke, you selected rocket stove as the one you wanted to build, right? Yeah. Yeah, so Luke's got a friend over. Say hi, Austin. All right, cool. We're still socially distancing. It's all good. So what Luke looked at last time was a rocket stove based on kind of using a chainsaw. Okay, be careful. A chainsaw to kind of cut a log to make a rocket stove. What we're going to do today is a rocket stove made with just like cinder block and bricks. So what we're doing right now, first thing we're going to be doing is getting twigs. That's really all we need is just twigs. We don't need any big wood. It sounded like thunder, didn't it? Yeah. So that's what we're doing. It is raining. It just started raining. Good news is the rocket stove can still work in the rain. But we're trying to get these twigs as quickly as we can before they get wet so that we can show you all how to build it. So we're going to gather a few more twigs and get in out of the rain, and then we'll build this rocket stove. Cool?
Yeah, cool.
All right, we have our twigs, and it is definitely raining now at this point. We have put up our janky tarp, our tent tarp, canopy. Little canopy. Yeah, it's on its last legs. Oh goodness, I almost got rain. Yeah, I know, this is part comedy. Okay, so for this one we're not using wood, but we will show how to do that, so this one, from a survival standpoint, you're probably not going to just be out in the woods somewhere and stumble across a bunch of bricks, right, Luke?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But what could we do to do something similar to this if we were out in the woods and had nothing?
Rocks.
Well, we could.
No.
What was it? Remember we talked about it a few minutes ago?
Wood. Or no, the Swedish torch.
Swedish torch, yeah. So we'll do another video that kind of shows you how to do a Swedish torch. But we're going to go ahead and start working on this rocket stove. So, Austin, if you'll move over a little bit, what we're going to do is we're going to start building it right there. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the big blocks, right? Because we want something under the rocket stove so that we don't cause a black spot on the patio, because I have a feeling Mommy-o would not like that.
Oh,
all right.
Mamo.
So let's see here. Let's turn. Yeah. All right, Jack. Just place that one right in front of that one. But nope, not back there, because we don't want it to get rained on. One thing that we're gonna do when we have this going, we're gonna move the canopy here and show you that it does in fact work in the rain. All right, cool. So there we go. So next thing we need to do is we're actually going to. We need to cut one of these blocks right here in half. Just one. I'll show you why in a second. Here's some tools. You could use a crowbar. You could use a hammer. What we're going to do is we're going to score. We need to score one of these bricks in half, because if you don't score it, I'll show you what that means in a second. But if you guys don't score it, you're going to end up with a block that just falls apart into a bunch of like crumbles, right? So you got to score it. Yeah. So I'll show you what scoring it looks like. So for scoring, you could use a crowbar, you could use a hammer, but you would want to make sure it's not the claw type of hammer. It's got to be a straight claw so that you can actually get a good scoring on it. Claw just doesn't really do it very well. What we actually are going to use are these two tools here. Now this one it's a little bit rusty. I haven't used it since I built a large retaining wall, and I have pounded.
Oh yeah, wasn't that at our old house?
Yeah.
Dang, that thing's giant.
Yeah, it was huge. It was a retaining wall with, hey, don't do that yet. Please don't do that yet.
Okay, I'm just
That was like, I think 450 or 500 bricks
Yeah.
of those paved stone bricks. Pretty sure it gave me back problems for life. So we're not going to do that. We're going to use this tool. And I'm sorry that I have just now forgotten the name of that tool. But,
The
you know,
tool, the orange.
I would call it a
tool.
chipper.
I'm sure if I
Chipper
thought
Jones
about it, I'll look it up in a minute and reference it later. But this isn't the Home Fix It show. This is Surviving Dado. So, all right,
So
cool.
get over it.
So we're gonna score this in a second, and then start building our rocket stuff. See you right back.
Alright.
All right, so here's a brick we're going to, actually I'll tell you what, I'm gonna use this one. I see some different types of rock in here, and I don't know if that's gonna score right. So I'm gonna take this chisel.
Well, that's what it's called, chisel.
I think so, but again, I'm gonna look it up in a minute. And I'm gonna put it about in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. For those of you that know me, you know I'm pretty OCD, and normally I would measure this so that I have it exactly in the middle, but I'm trying really hard to overcome. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna just lightly tap, and see how it's making a line right there?
Yeah.
See that line? Okay. So I've got a line. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm sure there's probably folks watching that are going, oh my gosh, he is so not doing this right. But you know what? There's always a better way to do something than the way that you're doing it.
Oh gosh.
But this is the way I did it.
That worked. I wasn't even paying attention. And I look back and all I see is a
Okay. All right. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we are actually going to start to build our rocket stove. So I've got one of these blocks up there in the corner. You'll see why I put it up there in just a second. The other one's going to go somewhere over here, but I'll show you exactly in just a second. So let's somebody go ahead and pick up another block.
I will.
And take a look at these blocks, if you will. Like, oh, more water. Oh gosh. So you've got this beveled side and a flat side, right? Can you see that? So I would suggest putting the flat side down. Are you guys listening to this? Are you
I am.
petting Cooper? He's trying to come out here and be a wet dog.
That's good.
He has seasonal hair loss, so if you see some spots on him that looks like a mangy dog, he's
peeing.
Oh, Cooper! Not on the patio. God.
Film that.
Man, you're lazy. There's a gate. You can go out. Gosh. Man.
Cooper.
When it's raining, he'll be anywhere.
He knows he did wrong.
He's a free boy.
He's gonna go over there and like stand over there while we look at him and point.
He's a free boy. Cooper.
He better not drop a deuce over there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right. So did everybody pay attention to the beveled side and the flat side?
Yeah.
All right.
Is it the bevel side, like the part, like the side?
You see it?
No.
Here, look. You see how when you look at the end of that brick,
It's like flat.
you see how there's like a little cutout right here along the edges?
Yeah.
That's a bevel.
So innocent.
And if you flip it over,
Oh,
that's
no.
flat.
Okay,
Yeah. So I like to put the flat side down. Stop playing with the tent sides.
Okay.
It's sprinkling my feet, which then after seeing Cooper pee makes me feel like my feet are getting peed on, and I don't want that. All right. So we're gonna put the first one right here. Okay. So I'm gonna move this over a little bit more, actually all the way to the corner. I'm gonna put this block right up against it. Okay. Now we're gonna take another block and put it right here. Okay. Very good. And we're going to take another block and put it right here. Does that make sense? Everybody see that?
Yep.
Okay. And so what we've done is we've created, this is where air is going to come in, but we're not going to put our sticks in here. We're going to create another space for that. And so right now this kind of looks like a backwards C.
Well,
Or
that's
you?
what see.
If you're looking at it this way, or I don't know, maybe in Russia that's, I don't know. Anyway, and so over here we're gonna take this cut piece and we're gonna set it right on top, right there, okay? All right, we're gonna take another one of these. All right, Luke,
Guilty.
or Austin, how about Austin? Why don't you pick that one up and put it right here. Perfect, yep, okay.
Cooper is good.
Jack, you pick another one up and you can put it back there. Not quite, not quite. Yep, there we go.
Okay.
It's like a fun like Jenga game, and this is where my OCD definitely comes into place because I have to make sure it's, well, yeah,
That's what I like to do.
I try not to.
I like to make it perfect.
I tell you what, hang on a second. I
Man, it's boring.
forgot something here. I think, so this one
Oh yeah.
is gonna go like this. But we don't want that. I don't want to have it open over there. I want it open over here. So what I'm gonna do is change this orientation just slightly. I told you guys the wrong thing, so bear with me. Here we go. So that one goes like that. No problem. All right. And this one goes over. No, that's not what I did. It's the same thing. This one goes right here. I want the hole to be on this side, and you'll understand why in just a minute.
Wait, what?
What are you doing?
I thought we were gonna like put it like
No.
that way.
No. Here, watch. Put it right here. Now, how many of you guys think that's a sturdy option?
No, not at
Right?
all.
Nope.
That doesn't look very sturdy. It's not resting on anything, is it? Right? So should we leave it that way?
No.
Oh, wait, I changed my camera view, right? So none of you think I should leave it that way?
No.
I'm going to.
No.
Why?
Watch.
Oh,
Yeah. That's right. So the weight from what's going to go on top is going to make up for
It's gonna cancel out.
for this right here. Right? So what we're going to do,
Wait, Dad, there's still a hole right here and a hole
yeah,
right here.
I know. This hole,
Oh, it's for
this
the
hole
air.
is for the air to come in,
And this
hole is
is
for
for, like,
the sticks.
Do you put it like that or no?
No. Watch this. Watch this. So what we can do is we can put this brick
And that cancels
right
out
here.
the...
Well, it doesn't necessarily cancel it out. What it does is it provides some weight over here. Now, look, that's a lot sturdier. See? It'll still move, but once we get the weight of additional layers,
It won't move at all.
yeah, that won't move. So, who wants to get the next one on there?
I do.
Go for it.
I haven't got to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Where do I put this?
Emery should be next.
Do I put it like this?
Nope, follow the path. Up in that corner. Up there.
In the
Hey, Luke,
in
push
the-
it all the way up
oh.
there. Yeah,
Wait,
buddy.
But then we need to... we
Yep.
need another...
I know, it's going to happen again.
Okay.
All right, Emery,
Yeah.
you come on over and put a brick in.
Where shall I do it?
I would say, yeah, where Luke was pointing, right here. Yep, it's all good. We can make it look perfect in a minute, but right now we're learning.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I know. Things are a little wonky. That's the technical term.
Daddy, can I do the,
Let's see what we've got going on over here.
this?
Oh, we're not going to cut it. We only need to cut one brick.
Wait, then why? We need another.
No, we're good. So
Oh, we're gonna put
rest another one.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. Right there. Perfect. Exactly. Now it's going to be a little weird. That's okay. But see, look. There's the chimney of the rocket stove. Here's where we're going to be putting our sticks. There's where we're going to have air going in. All right. So now, same kind of deal right here. This isn't supported, so we need to put a brick right there.
Yeah. And then just...
We got a close up of your hair there, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My hair's...
Here, let's let someone else do the next one.
Can I?
I know you're excited,
I
which
like-
is I'm
I like-
excited too.
I like doing this.
It's fun. It's fun. You're gonna really like it when we have lunch on this thing.
Ooh.
Hot dogs.
Yep. Don't give away the surprise. Okay, all right. Next
I
one.
already did.
Next one.
Oh.
Emery, you want to do one? Have you done one?
Yeah, she did.
I've
I
already-
think.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You did one. All right. Emery's gonna be the one to make that solid. So you know where that next one goes, yeah?
I'd be kind of dumb if I didn't.
No. Loading up the rocket stove. We're trying to use small sticks. It's really, really all you need for a rocket stove. is the small sticks and twigs. You don't really have to search for firewood at all. They burn fast, so you kind of have to stay with it and keep feeding it. But what's nice about this is that because it burns fast, when you're done cooking, you can just leave it alone for like 10-15 minutes or so, and it's completely out and safe. Unlike a campfire where you really need to douse it with water and stuff like that.
But so this wouldn't be good if you wanted to have like a campfire all night.
No. This would just be for cooking, you know, a meal on, you know.
Like some tea?
You could make some tea.
I can't put this
or some
right down the
coffee.
middle so it's like...
If you want to put a few really small things down the middle, you can.
Like this? Or is this too big?
That's too big. That's what goes on the side. Sometimes the small stuff down the middle can help to get the fire going.
Yeah.
And if you can't fit it easily, Jack, don't push too hard or you'll push the bricks out the other side, because this isn't cemented, right? Oh, hey, Emery. This isn't cemented. Luke was just asking me a second ago, hey, why wouldn't we just cement this?
Emery,
and
that's
so
too big.
it's good permanently.
That's too big.
Well, if we did, it'd be super heavy. So we wouldn't be able to move it. The other thing that's kind of nice about this is it's portable. So you saw with just kind of a not handful, but with a crate full of bricks and a couple cinder blocks, and we could take this camping if we wanted to. Put it in the bottom of a truck, and then you can, or the bed of a truck, and you could then pack your truck up with all your stuff right on top of it, and you really wouldn't lose a whole lot of room.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can have your campfire for sitting around
I think that's good.
to do your picking and grinning, and your rocket stove to do your cooking. All right, so we're gonna finish loading this up, and then we will light it. For lighting, it might be necessary to get some pine needles, leaves, maybe paper, things to shove down there in the middle to kind of get it going. And what will happen is the embers from that will drop down onto these little twigs. We're gonna try to light this up here in a second.
It's good.
With just some twigs. I may go inside and get a piece of paper and ball it up and put it in there.
It's good, Jack. You'll have to keep putting stuff in.
You're okay, buddy. You're okay. Hey, Jack, let's go ahead and pause. I don't want to get too much stuff in there.
I'll go ahead and just toss the same.
Can you toss that in?
Yeah.
Just that?
Seriously, Luke?
Brothers. All right. All right, cool. We'll be right back. Okay, we got this thing rolling. Fire's going. It does smoke a lot at first. Because when you put...
isn't the rocket supposed to make that, like, rocket noise?
Oh, it will. It will.
And because of the rocket launch tonight.
It will. That's true, yeah. So one of the things that whether we had rain or shine today, we were going to do this rocket stove because here in just about another hour and a half is a space launch. So we thought, hey, rocket stove, rocket launch, let's do it. All right, so what you'll see here is flames are coming up pretty high. That's going to happen at the beginning of the fire starting, right after it kind of smokes a lot. And then we'll just keep feeding these sticks in. And that flame will probably die down a little bit, but then, as the name implies, rocket stove, once this thing really starts going and it's sucking in air, it actually may start to roar a little bit like a rocket. I'll see if we can catch that in a second. But what I need to do now is find something to cook on, because we're actually going to cook lunch on this. So
is it good enough so I can start pushing more sticks?
Sure, yeah, go for it. Yeah, look, it looks like we are already. Oh, yeah, let's look down. Whoa, look down
there. We go. Whoa.
Oh yeah, it's going.
Hungry.
It's going now. Let me just try not to burn the camera.
Hungry for more sticks.
Yeah.
Careful, don't get ashes on you.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going now. So we're gonna let this thing go for like another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll start lunch. All right, real quick, while the kids are inside getting things ready for lunch, you can see this thing is doing a great job. Coals are burning down there. Fire's really good. If it's not doing what you want it to do, you can take some small pieces and stick them right down the top to kind of fill in some of the holes. This is a very hungry little fire. I'm shoving stuff in pretty quickly. You can see down here the coal bed kind of at the bottom where the coals are kind of falling down. It's good. What I did, I had a couple of extra bricks laying around. Actually, this one right here is a little bit dirty, so I'm gonna just put that down. Oh, sorry. Just gonna put that down there. No big deal. All right, and then I'm gonna put, I just had an extra grill grate. Just gonna put that grill grate on top. Could you use a pot? Sure, yep. Could you use like a stovetop piece? Yep, sure, yep. I just went ahead and just grabbed a couple of bricks to put this grill grate on. You could use a round one off your grill. I just had this one laying around. You can use pretty much anything. Just be sure that you leave a bit of an air gap. So don't just set a pot down right on top of that hole. You're gonna shut your fire down. Another thing that's kind of cool is if you want to lower your fire, you can put this on here, this little damper, and look at that. Fire is automatically starting to go down. Or if you need it hotter, take the damper off, and you could even blow under there if you want to get the fire going again. But as you can see, it's drawing again now, and so its fire is starting to come back up.
Yep.
So I think we're ready to put our hot dogs on. All right, we have got some hot dogs on here. Luke is trying to keep this hungry fire alive by putting little sticks in there.
Yep.
It definitely needs the little ones. Big ones don't work so good, or well. Sorry for my English folks out there. Look at that. Things already cooking these hot dogs.
Oh wow, that one's good.
Yeah, it's a rocket stove, man. I heard it actually start to roar a second ago. It's just a matter of keeping the sticks on it, or in it.
Cooper, stop licking the ground.
We'll try to make some of these that aren't as done.
He's licking the juice from the hot dogs.
Oh goodness. At least he's not peeing.
Yeah. And someone probably should get the plate away from the ground. So
Yeah, somebody get the plate for me.
Like that.
They cook fast.
Yes.
Beats putting them
I
in
wouldn't
the
suggest
microwave.
messing with that without tongs because that is hot. All right, we'll finish these up and then we'll plate them up, have some lunch. All right, see you in a minute. All right, so we just had our hot dogs and we'll show you that here in a second. But in the time it took for us to each eat a hot dog, this thing was out because we weren't feeding it. So that's kind of a good thing. It's a lot safer, that kind of deal. But I went ahead and stoked it back up and I removed the tarp from over it, the tent, because I wanted you to see, like I said I would, that it's still raining, but the rain just doesn't really affect it. Wind doesn't really affect it, unless of course you've got wind kind of blowing into the air hole at the bottom. Of course that'll just make it burn hotter and faster. All right, the kids are enjoying some time over in the pool now. It's raining, it's not lightning. So yeah, so there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and let this burn out, and thanks for watching. All right, looks like everybody's happy.
Yes.
Having some lunch off the rocket stove. So how are the hot dogs?
Very good.
Good.
Yeah. So you know, if you've cooked hot dogs on a campfire, you'll know that they can sometimes have a little bit of a smoky campfire taste. These definitely do because they're pretty much cooked over twigs. But they're pretty good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Luke's liking them. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally good. Mo. Okay, all right.
She makes that noise a
Yeah,
lot.
that means she really likes it. So yeah, we're gonna have these. And what do you think about the channel? Like and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to this video and ring-a-ling-a-ding that bell.
Ring-a-ling-a-ding that bell. All right, like and subscribe on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Like and subscribe!
Awesome.
Ring-a-ling-ding
That bell.
Okay.